disaster of biblical proportion. What it needs its Old Testament. Real wrath of God type stuff. Fire of wisdom. Rivers, seas, water, warriors of darkness, great human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together. That's tyranny.
So does anybody know what that smell is? It happens after every Valentine's Day. You smell it in the air, right? No, I mean, it's wafting all over the place. Well, it's the only smell that you would smell after a Valentine's Day. No, not chocolate, fish. Golly. It happens every year. I'm not exactly sure why. It's almost like everywhere you turn just became a seafood restaurant. I don't understand it. But it happens every year. But of course, the only thing that I'm worried about is that candy is now half priced. No, yeah, it's absolutely great. So, yeah, so I'm going to go get some candy. Well, I mean, you probably thought that I was thinking about it smelled like candy and chocolate. No, it's not candy and chocolate. No, it's fish. It's fish. And I just don't, I'm just baffled. I'm just baffled why it always does. It's every single Valentine's Day. You would think that I would know exactly why it smells like fish the day after Valentine's Day, but I'm not really sure why it does. No, this might be probably one of the biggest conspiracies of them all. No, think about it right now. Why is it that it smells like fish everywhere the day after Valentine's Day? That's just really the question. I mean, because hey, I mean, maybe everybody's cooking seafood for breakfast. Well, I don't know. It's news to me. Who knows? But anyway, maybe we'll figure it out. If there's something that you guys think that it might be, just shoot me a note in the chat. We are broadcasting live Facebook, YouTube, and X. Facebook, YouTube, and X, and on Instagram, the Sam Cam, see White Vegeta, Oaks. Oak is on here. Eduardo, Terry Davis, Lone Dragon, DFS. My gosh, been forever. Been working hard. That's what been working a bunch, working hard, haven't we all? And it's really been working hard around here over the last couple of days is the electrical grid. Yeah, it all shut down after a big snowstorm that became an ice storm middle of the week. So I know that over in Toy Town was out of power for almost, 36 hours. It was a long time, long time. But eventually, Toy Town's power was restored. But now they're calling for another one. Did you hear about that? There's another one. And so anyway, I know this, we have people listening, coast to coast around the world. But here locally, we're supposed to get some more snow. They say a foot or so. They don't know. Hell, listen, if they just get a dusting, everything's going to close down. And that's the truth. I mean, I've never seen so many people freak out over what? Yeah, a dusting of snow. I mean, we were out in Colorado for a long time, right? Yeah, well, I know the snow's different out there. It is different. I'll give you that. No, the snow is different. And one of the things that's different about the snow is that it's all like, what is it, nice and fluffy? Yeah, it's nice and fluffy. And you just kind of blow it out the way. And it just kind of go, gets off your car. But here it just seems to get all nice and wet, and drippy, and then icy, and then accidenty all over the interstate. It's not good. It's not good. But we do have a wonderful show planned here. Anyway, oh yes, sorry, broadcasting live here on the 15th day of February, the year 2025, setting the standard and raising the bar. You're on the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and nostalgia of Saturday morning, hosted by me, a real award-winning media puppet from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday morning. Want to thank everyone, of course, for joining into the show. The professor is going to be coming up here in just a few moments. It is Black History Month, even though the Pentagon has canceled Martin Luther King Jr. Day and Black History Month altogether. We are still celebrating it in its final twilight hours. No, I mean, we have next week too. I'm just saying, are they going to get rid of it altogether? No. What I mean is that they're going to get rid of it altogether. Well, I've heard there's the famous clip of Morgan Freeman. He says that he didn't want a Black History Month. He's talking to was it Mike Wallace, and Mike Wallace is like, "Well, hey, I'm Jewish," and he's like, "Yeah, you want a Jewish History Month?" And he's like, "Well, no, not really." And he's like, "Well, there you go." So it's a very interesting, very very interesting in terms of our times. Oh yes, absolute yes. Kids at the White House. Yeah, yeah. Did you see? It looks like that Elon Musk kid. Did he wipe a booger on the desk? I don't. Maybe he didn't. I don't know. Somebody I think sent me a photo, a video. He wiped a booger on the Resolute desk. That's sticking it to him, right? Oh man, that's so good. Oh, it's delicious. Listen, we're gonna get into all of that. So there was a drone strike. A Russian drone struck Chernobyl, the Chernobyl site. What the Chernobyl site? No, wait a minute. Oh, that doesn't make. Why would they do that? Oh, okay, well we'll get to that. So there's a Russian drone. There's a couple of other things: UFOs, secret places, and mega snails, big snails. What? Man-eating snails. We'll talk about all of that. Oh, and the Doge tracker and the Doge hammer. Oh, yes, we'll get into all of that here at the top of next hour, roughly around 10:10 ish. But here in the next couple of moments, we're going to be speaking with the professor, Deep Cut Day. The professor joins us every single week around 9:35 ish or so, 9:40s. We'll get him here in just a few moments. We're going to play some songs first. So he sends me a few songs. He says, "Hey, let's highlight this. Let's talk about this." And of course, being that it's Black History Month, we are going over cartoons, shows, movies that have African Americans in them, Black Americans in them, that that may have not been highlighted before, or that you might know about, and you need to get a little bit more intel about it. So I'm not going to give any spoilers away. I'm looking at the playlist right here. We're going to fire it up in just a moment now. But you might be thinking to yourself, "Well, Sam, I'm not there locally. How do I listen to the radio show?" Well, that's a great question. What you download the Live 365 app. Yep, download the Live 365 app, search WDCE, and you'll be able to listen to the show in all its magical radio glory, the way it's intended to be. Now, of course, yes, I am here on camera because if you were just listening to my voice, you would probably say to yourself, "Man, that is a beautiful puppet voice. I want to see that beautiful puppet face." Well, you can see me all over social media. That's at Sam Newsman. But this is a radio show first. So, but that's, yeah. Well, and so you might be thinking, "Hey, I'm not there locally. So what do I do? WDCE.org, WDCE.net, or download the Live 365 app and search WDCE, and you will be able to listen to the show, like I said, in all of its award-winning radio show glory. Ah, that's right, and we'll be talking about awards here pretty soon. Someone said, "What the hell is radio?" It is quite magical. It is quite magical, and still one of the leading drivers of ad revenue in business. But what do I know? Professor Deep Cut Dave coming in on the other side. Make sure you're following us all over social media. Download the Live 365 app or go to WDCE.org to listen to the radio feed and our segment that's radio exclusive with the Professor Deep Cut Dave. You're on the other side of this musical break. Setting the standard and raising the bar. You're on the only award-winning radio show dedicated to the magic and Nostalgia of Saturday Morning, hosted by me, a real award-winning media puppet from the most trusted puppet in media, reporting since Roswell. I'm Sam Newsman, and this is Saturday Morning.